Hey, what's up guys? Andy here, and today we're reviewing over the Rising of the Shield Hero episode 14, titled Everlasting Memory. Now, with the whole intro being so dark and gloomy, it appears that the series is in fact going that way. Now, what I mean by that is this was pretty much an episode of Raphtalia's past, where her old adversaries are coming back to haunt her, not only in her dreams, but in real life now. So, we got name dropped with a character who I feel like could severely impact Raphtalia, or maybe the story in general. But, we'll talk all about that in a minute. We got introduced to a new guy, who's a good guy, and we got introduced to a new guy who's a cunt, and, yeah, that's pretty much about it. They're still on the hunt for Melty, and Melty is, you know, starting to come around on Naofumi. He's starting to actually, you know, like her a little bit, I guess. But anyway, though, gang, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you do end up liking the video, or you just want to help the channel out in general. And follow me on Instagram or Twitter. The links are in the bio. I mean, you know, you might see something you like. But without further delay, gang, let's go ahead and jump right in on to the Shield Hero episode 14 review. So we start off with pretty much Myne burning the whole damn forest down, and she is, you know, just like having her archers shoot everything. So Naofumi says, you know, they're trying to smoke them out, but I think, you know, I got my own thoughts. We'll talk about it in a second, though, because I was right. But they can't go to Siltvelt because apparently the Devil of the Shields abducted the princess, so there's no going there. We cut over here now to a flashback. So Naofumi basically says, there's no way I can go to Siltvelt, so I'm going to follow what, you know, the queen wants me to do. I'm going to go meet with her. We get our intro, which I still love this intro. It's fucking amazing. This is probably my second favorite intro right now. I think, maybe. But our title card, Everlasting Memory, and we find out that Raphtalia was from a peaceful little place. Her lord was like peaceful and wanted demi-humans to coexist, but the army killed him. And so we meet this guy. His name is Reknot, I think that's how it's pronounced. He's an old friend of Melty, and he's a good guy. We find that out. He is a good guy. Like I said, I was right, though, because the knights informed him that the Shield Hero started the wildfires. So that's this rumor they're spreading to make him look worse than he is. Now, this was a funny scene. Melty pretty much asked him, he's like, why do you listen to what Raphtalia says but not me? Because she's jealous. So it's kind of like starting to become that triangle now, you know? And Philo says, why don't you just let him dote on you? And she is like, that's not what I'm looking for. So it's like, alright. But we do cut over to some hard shit. Looking back on these scenes, now they're even worse than they were because, like, you know, it was such a cute scene then, but now it's such a powerful scene. And this is what I wanted to talk about because we get this girl right here, and her name is Rifana, because Raphtalia is having these dreams, and she wakes up and yells, Rifana-chan, which that's this girl right here, which we have never seen before. And that's when all hell breaks loose. I couldn't remember this guy's name at first, but they do say it again. I just put it down as cunt in my notes, but his name is apparently Idol, and he's one of the neighboring lords. He arrests Reknot and all of them, and, you know, says, show me the Shield Hero. So Melty leads them away, and they get out, and this scene happens to where they couldn't find Philo. So I put my notes here, I'm like, can't find Philo? Use the power of slavery. That's literally what he did. He was like, Philo, come here, now! And then her thing went off, and she's like, Master, you're mean. And she ends up telling him, you know, Melty told me we were playing a game, and that did not come out no matter what, because it was hide and seek pretty much, which is really upsetting knowing that Melty kind of gave herself over so the Shield Hero could get away. So after that, they're discussing what they can do in this situation, and Naofumi finally comes around and says that, you know, he actually cares for Melty. He won't betray someone who has placed trust in him, which is a cool scene. But then we get another flashback, of them on a bus. It looks like a slave bus. And this is this Rafana girl again. So I don't know where they went with that, or we're going with that. Then right here we get, Reknot being tortured. And he says, I know no such person. I know a shield hero. And we get this symbol right here. He says, I am on God's side. I must punish anyone who sides with the devil. And he pulls out that pendant that we had seen Naofumi give to Ren. As they're making their break, we get this cool thing. This is the Chimera Viper Shield exclusive skill, Venomous Fang. Really cool. He poisoned a dude and he's like, I'll give you the antidote if you tell me where they're at. So they bust in and he takes her hostage. She's like, and Naofumi's like, so all I have to do is not move, right? He goes, airstrike shield, and pulls the shield up between them, separating them. And then, Raphtalia says, you know, he puts him on the ground and she's like, you know, spare me. And he says, or she says, so many of my people have asked for that same exact thing and you've denied it. And the episode cuts off there. So it cuts off with her crying. I don't think she's going to kill him. I think it's going to be a kind of a swerve, but we'll find out next week. I hope she kills him. Motherfucker deserves it. But hopefully we'll find more about this Rafana girl next week. And she might be dead. Honestly, that might be why Raphtalia hates this guy so much. But I don't know. I'm just really happy to see where this series takes me. So yeah, I guess that's it for me, gang. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere, I swear.